I actually have two combat patrols, the Tyranid and the Space Marine. Is that voice stuck on? Oh, he's gonna make me nervous.
He's already made me nervous.
All right, I'm ready when you are. Just flip it, just flip the gun. Oh.
Oh, hello there. I'm Angela and you're watching Hobby Night. Now, I wanted to go ahead and talk about my move because the last time that I gave you a little update on that, well, we hadn't found a place yet. We were still kind of packing, but nothing had really progressed. But no longer. I actually have a grand announcement. We have found a new place. I have signed the lease. I've even paid my deposit. And now that means, oh boy, the packing must go into overdrive. And that means I really want to focus on packing the miniatures. Now, the last time that I moved, I primarily used these foam cases that you're seeing right here on the table. And they worked great, but this time around, well, frankly, I have way more miniatures than I did previously that I need to actually put into foam. I've built a lot more, I've painted a lot more, and I want to make sure that they're protected as I move. So I found a solution. Now you might remember when I was at the Maelstrom Mixer, I met Meg from the Hobby Collab. I had her on a stream recently where we painted some Battletech miniatures. And while I was there, she had on display, because it was going out as a lovely little prize to a winner of the Maelstrom Mixer, a case from Jukoki. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that correctly. And the thing that I really liked about these Jukoki cases is the cookie trays that you could magnetize your miniatures to and make it so much easier to transport them. It took up way less space. They're a big hard plastic case, which is really nice, and it's smaller than these ones here, which is just wonderful when it actually comes to trying to put them all into my car and get them all in one go to the new place. So I thought today we could go over exactly how I'm magnetizing all my miniatures to go on these cookie trays to fit into my Jukoki cases. I have I think a really easy way that I'm doing this that just makes dealing with it all a lot simpler. So let's go downstairs and get to magnetizing. Let's talk about what we're going to need to magnetize our bases. First, you'll want to make sure that your miniature's base actually has room on the underside to fit magnets. All of Games Workshop's bases work great for this, but a lot of resin miniatures don't have any negative space on the underside, so you may have to drill out space for your magnets. Next, you'll want some blue tack or museum putty. Your magnets. For this, I'm using 5mm by 2mm rare earth magnets, but you can use a larger radius if you like. I would recommend you don't go thicker than 2mm, however, so that the magnet doesn't end up messing with how the mini sits. Finally, you'll need some clear UV resin as well as a UV light, which you can usually buy as a package deal on Amazon or at your local craft store like Michael's. Hey guys, I just wanted to jump into the video to remind you to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, especially if you're enjoying the content that you find here. And if you're into the spicier side of the hobby, well, my Only Fanatics VIP page is currently 50% off through the end of the month for new subscribers. So if you're interested in that kind of thing, use the link in the video description below, and I hope to see you there. Now let's go ahead and get back to the video. To begin, you'll want to assess how heavy the miniature is that you're wanting to apply the magnets to, because this is going to determine how many magnets you want to use. Now, I don't have a hard science for this, but I have found that my Primaris scale miniatures, I tend to use 2 magnets, Terminators get 3 magnets, etc. And for the big boys, like my demons or my knights, they tend to get between 5 to 6 magnets. It just really depends. But regardless of how many magnets you're using, the process is going to remain the same. Once you know how many magnets you want to put on the bottom of your base, make small balls with your blue tack equal to the number of magnets and press them at relatively equidistant positions on the underside of the base. Then go ahead and one at a time, press the magnet into the blue tack as flush as possible. And at the end, you'll want to make sure that the magnets aren't sticking out past the lip, because if they are, you'll want to push them more flush so they don't have that unbalanced problem that I was talking about earlier. After that, your magnets should be stuck in place, but we want them to live there permanently. Making sure to hold the miniature steady, go ahead and open up the UV resin and dab a dewdrop sized drop of resin on each magnet before using a brush that you don't care much for to smooth the drop into a coating over each magnet in blue tack spot. Finally, you'll want to use the UV light to cure the resin for about 60 seconds, and then go ahead and put them out in the sun so that they can cure a little bit further for about an hour, and then they will be magnetized and ready for storage. Now I just have to do this like 100 more times. Yay!
Oh, it's way more than that. You have poxwalkers.
Oh yeah. Okay, like 1,000 more times. Yay! And he is done. He's cured. He has magnets on the bottom. And this is what I'm going to be doing to all of my painted miniatures to make transporting them during my move a lot smoother. Like, look at this. It's just going to be so nice. Boop. And now he's stuck on there. Like, it actually takes some effort to pull him off.
Try it again.
If I shake it, boop, boop, boop. And if I shake it, like it's rattling in a car, they're not moving around much, which is great. That's exactly what I wanted. And I can fit so many more of them on these trays, which is really what I'm super excited for. So I'm going to spend a lot more time finishing up, clearing out all of those clear cabinets that I have up there with the rest of the miniatures. But I hope this gave you an idea of for future moves for yourself, or if you're just trying to bring more of your miniatures to your local game store to show them off, this might make an easier way to transport them. Thank you guys.
Hey, the video isn't over yet.
What?
No playing Final Fantasy 14 yet.
But I thought,
You can't blue ball everybody who's watching this about magnets and then not show them how strong they are. So come along.
okay, all right.
Come along. Out to the cases. Will you?
All right.
I want you to go ahead and show them how good this magnetization actually works. Use the top one.
The top one? All right, here we go.
And I have a thing over on the couch where you can...
Test it?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm sorry for our messy house, everybody. We're moving.
We're moving. Forgive us. I'm a little nervous. Okay, I see.
Yeah. So we have a padded zone.
Okay.
All right, so once again, we have we actually have 2 combat patrols, the Tyranid and the Space Marine. Is that boy stuck on? Oh, he's gonna make me nervous.
He's already made me
All
nervous.
right, I'm ready when you are. Just flip it. Just flip the gun. Oh, we lost a couple.
Okay, to be fair though, these are ones I think we did. A couple of them got
Those
stuck
are ones that we did
before we blue tacked.
So this is from an earlier version where we were not blue tacking them first.
Exactly, and I actually think that's part of the problem. I think the blue tack actually adds a lot of sticks. So I need to fix these. We're gonna blue tack the ones that had failures.
I think I did them all.
That's fine, but we'll fix that. But otherwise, it works great. Thank you guys so much for watching this episode, and I want to give a special thank you to my patrons and my YouTube members, especially right now during this time when we're moving. We would not be able to make this move without your guys' help or support, so thank you very much for just supporting Hobby Night and making it so that we can keep making content like this. You guys are awesome, and I have been Angela, and I hope you have a wonderful Hobby Night.